What's up, folks? Welcome back. Today my older brother and I are back in Idaho. I am the tag holder, so he is technically my guide. He's been looking up a lot of areas and he's done a lot of scouting, so we're trying out one of the spots out. There's quite a bit of deer tracks around here, so I'm trying to find a good spot to post up and maybe do a few rattle sequences and see if we'll be able to pull anything out of the thick stuff. So yeah, stay tuned. It's a nice day. It's kind of windy, but it's supposed to be in the 40s and whatnot, so we will see how it goes. We are packed to camp for a few days, but if we get it done today, then we'll go home. So stick with us and see if we can get a walking out of here. So see you guys in a bit. A little update for you guys. We just spotted the first deer. It's a doe. She's about 978-ish yards from us, so we're just gonna keep sitting here. We've been posted up here for about maybe 2 hours, and that's the first deer we've seen. And I'm sure there's more around here, but they're just bedded up into those pine trees, so unless they're up and feeding like the one we just glassed out, then there's no way you'll see them. So being optimistic, we're assuming there's going to be more coming out, but who knows. So just a little update for you guys, and we're just going to keep glassing. There's not much going on. Hunting this kind of like open country, then you just glass, you know. I mean, you could call and you can rattle and whatnot, but it's so open that your chances of you calling them is pretty slim, unless you go into like timbered area close to like their bedding areas and whatnot. So we'll see. Hopefully a big buck steps out. Alright, you guys can see we made it back to camp, and it's obviously dark, but yeah, we're gonna camp here for the night. We're getting a fire started, and then we're gonna cook some meat, heat up some water, and make some ramen, and eat dinner and go to bed. Pro tip for you guys: if you guys ever hunt in like cold months or where it's all wet and, you know, obviously nearly impossible to make a fire, use we'll bring a torch with a propane tank. I'll show you guys real quick. That right there is a lifesaver when you're out here. It's cold as heck and you want a fire. My brother always brings it. It has multiple uses. We use it for a variety of things, but we never leave the house without it whenever we're hunting in November or late season, or anytime that there's just rain or, you know, any kind of weather. That thing is a must, in my opinion. You don't have to waste time trying to get a little fire started. You just pile up a bunch of wood and just light it up and let it do its thing. So yeah, we're gonna hang out here. It's about 6:30 right now, so hopefully we'll get dinner cooked up by 7:30. Just relax for a little bit and then head to bed. Since it is cold as heck, we're just gonna sleep in the truck, and we're gonna get up early and we're gonna hunt hard again tomorrow. We saw a total of 4 does today. I glassed up the 2 earlier, and then on our way back when we were slowly hiking back to the truck, we bumped another 2, and that was about it. So we moved locations. We're just trying to cover as much ground and just explore new country. So we will see you guys bright and early in the morning. Well, good morning. Welcome back to day 2 of our trip. It's about 7 o'clock-ish right now. It is freaking cold. It's probably in the low to high 20s right now, and man, I don't know how you guys do it in the low teens or whatnot, but I am cold. Just gonna drop down this. I think my brother just spotted a deer based on his movements. Now I gotta find it. He's got the camera there. But yeah, let me look for this deer real quick and I'll get back to you guys. Fake news. Not deer. Moose. Cow to calf. So, where's all the bugs at, man? There should be prime time rut season right now, but we haven't seen any bugs yet, so. We'll just keep looking. Alright, dude. After those mooses, I looked back up on this opposite side of the ridge. We found I've spotted a pretty big buck. My brother says it's a shooter. I got some footage of it already. I'm trying to charge the phone back up. Freaking keeps dying in the cold, but the 2 moose are right there. There's a buck up there, he's with the doe. It's 8:33 from here. It's a far shot. The only thing I could think of is if we could go in. I just don't know if we'll be able to see him from the opposite ridges because it's so steep and the bushes are so tall. We could try right there. I don't know if that's farther or this is farther. It's about the same distance. I mean, I could shoot it from here. Or we could shoot it. Yeah. Yeah, I can't calculate the angle. But let's see, I'm gonna look at it real quick again. I'm gonna get set up and see if we can make it happen from here. It's a big buck. High 120s, maybe low 130s, maybe even a little bigger. I don't know, but he says it's a shooter, so we're gonna. Is he? Alright. Take a closer look again, man. It's cold. Oh, that's a big buck, dude. Dude, that's a big neck. Yeah, dude. That's a shooter. You sure? Yeah, I do. What is huge? I don't know about the rack though. Look at it. He's on
baiting, dude. He's not going anywhere for a little bit. His doe's on baiting, so. Chị bỏ.
Hả?
Chị bỏ了.
Tôi thường mấy á thì tôi lo thường tin đã. Mình phải nhau ở trong thành, có lo nhau ra, nhau không thấy ra. Mình thường mấy á thì không là không thấy.
Bà ta từ lọ mà coi môi từ nhỏ bao nữa theo.
Từ lo ya từ nhỏ bao.
Nấu từ lọ cho từ nhỏ bị đổ vào ta.
Chắc phải có ấy, kia này nào.
Bỏ lên. Oh, cũng bỏ mà. Yeah, cũng bỏ nữa. I think so. I'm max zoom. Yeah, tốt ha. Chị trâu. Mình chỉnh nó này tí đi. Hả? Nó non lấy dấu tí đi. You move, he's walking in the right. Mình nhớ cái behind cháu nó đỡ thôi à. You see him? Có range for 2 à?
Hả?
Có range for 2. You still see him? He was right behind the white tree, but now I can't see him. Oh, I see him.
Man, guys, what a buzzkill. I shot twice and I missed twice. I think I shot him at 906, but shooting at a 15-degree incline, calculated all that. There's hardly any wind, but it's just there's so many trees around them that I don't know if I ranged a tree. It's just kind of hard to get the deer right in the rangefinder, but I ranged him multiple times and I got about the same readings every other time, so I went with it. And nope, as you can see in the footage, we had to film with the video camera because this stupid phone, iPhone 4, my old phone, freaking dies all the time in this stupid cold when you try recording, so it wasn't that great. But he wasn't spooked. The little guy jumped and they just walked over the ridge. So we're working our way back to the truck and we're gonna relocate, see if we can spot him again. There was a total of 3 bucks, 2 smaller 4x4s and that big one is at least a 130 plus buck. Had a pretty nice spread, pretty nice main beam, and yeah, it sucks, man. It's hard to, those big bucks are hard to come by. I thought about repositioning before we shot it, but it was just, there's no way we would have seen him, and I'm pretty sure by the time we got up there they would have been gone. So took my chance, but no bueno. So good thing is the buck wasn't hit, nothing was injured besides my spirit. So we're gonna find a route, see if we can go around. If not, then we're gonna work up and try to relocate them again. So shocker, freaking bummer, sucks, but it's hunting. I just need to do my part right and make it count the next time. So yeah, we'll see. It was just right when I glassed him up, all I saw was the neck and his left side just sticking out of the bushes. I was like, it's like, dude, I just spotted a big buck. But nah, whatever. Poor shooting for sure. So try to get in closer and make it count on the next shot. So I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright, quick update for you guys. We made it up to where we last saw the bucks this morning, and we did a rattling and calling sequence over there. We actually called in a doe, but she kind of spotted us right as she popped out and bucked. So we dropped down a little bit, and we've just been glassing. I glassed up a huge freaking tank, like whitetail buck. I think he was bigger than the one that I missed this morning, but I didn't. I got a little footage of him, a little shaky, because I'm just using this flimsy Vanguard tripod instead of a big hog saddle tripod, and it's super flimsy and shaky. So he went into the thick stuff. I never saw him popped out. The only thing I couldn't see is if he went over the ridge or not. So my opinion is he's bedded in there, but my brother was saying they're roaming, so he's probably not bedded, but who knows. And then I have two does spotted on the other side of the ridge, and just waiting to see if anything comes out. So we've seen a total of 4 bucks today, 3 does. So the only problem is they're super far from us, and it's open country, so that's how it is. But just trying to see if they bed down is, and staying in that spot was challenging, because if they're not in that spot, or if they're just constantly moving, then there's no way we're gonna catch up to them. We're just gonna stay here. Hopefully something pops back out. There's a lot of deer tracks, so we're hoping they come back out from where they crossed over this morning, or maybe we'll class something lower to where we'll be able to get to it and we get within 400 or 500 yards. So, or closer. The closer the better. You know, I don't always like taking long shots, but when that's your only shot, that's your only shot. So just gonna keep looking at these does and try to find more bucks and go from there. But it is cold, super cold, so trying to stay as warm as I can and trying to find more bucks. So see you guys in a bit. Day 4. It's about 1 o'clock right now. Yesterday we saw about six or 7 does yesterday, and that was about it. And so this morning we decided to hike back up to where we saw the buck on the second day, and we got up here early, and right as we got up here, I could hear a buck grunting below us, so we immediately stopped and posted, and you could just hear him grunting back and forth, and I caught a glimpse of a deer walking on a ridge below us, but it was like right at first light, and I couldn't make out what it was, and we could hear that buck slowly working to our right. And then probably like 5-10 minutes later, I saw a glimpse of the back of a deer just right below us, maybe about 40 yards. And I couldn't see its head, and by the time I saw it, it was already almost out of my sight. So that's the only deer we've seen up close. So we've glassed up a couple does, we glassed up a spike. I contemplated on shooting the dang thing. Today is our last day for this trip. I mean, it might be the last day for hunting for us. It just depends on how the weather turns out. I think Monday and Tuesday it's supposed to snow, and I have Wednesday off. So I don't know, I'm debating really hard if I should just tag out, fill my tag and call it good, or hold out for a big mature buck. We talked to two other hunters that came around us and came up to us, and they've been saying that the rut this year hasn't really picked up yet. It's still slow. So that's what I kind of figured too, because with the amount of does that we've classed up and seen, like, you would think you would see more bucks, but not so much. So we're just gonna keep posting up here, and we're probably gonna stay here all day because it's a Saturday and there's a ton of people. So I feel like we have a really good vantage point here, and we're just banking on them coming back out from the timber and crossing under us again. But who knows? I'm not very hopeful at this point. Kind of, I don't know, not very motivated to do any more hiking. So we're just gonna glass here and enjoy this beautiful country. So hopefully we could turn something up. Well guys, looks like that's gonna be it for this trip. It is about 4:20 right now, and I'm making my way back down to the truck. I'm gonna head out today and see if I can make it back out one more day next week on my day off. Season ends the 1st, so I got one more day to hammer on. But today we've seen a few does and just not one spike that we saw quite a ways out, but it's not what we're looking for. So I'm gonna keep holding out, and if we don't shoot anything big, then we're not gonna shoot anything at all. So yeah, thanks for watching, thanks for tagging along, and wish me luck on my next trip out here. So yep, if you haven't, hit that subscribe button, and we will see you guys in the next video.